The Imaging the World project is different from other imaging projects in the world. Our goal is to bring ultrasound imaging, which we believe is the imaging component that can be introduced into villages and small towns with the least impact on the environment and the least cost, by simplifying it. We take the small ultrasound machines that are now becoming available, position them in small villages or small clinics. We provide special procedures that allow people who are not trained in imaging to be trained very quickly.
If you're up there, you'll miss cervix. Okay.
That is known.
Yes. Practice.
We have a very efficient transmission scheme to transmit those images across the internet for interpretation by experts in large cities around the world. Thus, we don't have to have an expert in the village, and we don't have to have an expert ultrasonographer scanning in the village. Both those types of people are very expensive and relatively rare. We do it more easily by transmitting the images, and we have good compression technology to do that easily.
And last year we came to Uganda and I facilitated the training here. In all of the years that I've been doing the training, we've had numerous people come and join our group and volunteer. Some are sonographers, some are medical students, some are residents. Some of them are people that were engineers with GE and Philips. But we have facilitated their training so that they can become trainers in all of our test pilots.
By the intervention of ITW, we are extending this new way of scanning to lower level facilities. And in that way, we can get many mothers and many patients benefit from this service. By doing so, we cut short the huge requirements of long training, which would be required for any advanced ultrasound training, by training midwives or nurses in protocols of ultrasound. And these images can be transmitted via internet to a system where they can be interpreted by a trained radiographer, who can then send back information to the facility, advising the nurse or midwife that what you are seeing is a low-lying placenta, or what you are seeing is an abnormally lying baby.
You want to make sure you get the cervix? At least arcuate. Single fetus.
Yes. One. Okay. Yeah, and next is fine. Yeah.
And then there's one that's not on the post.
The other.
The ITW model is designed to go into areas, mostly rural areas, where there's very few resources, very few physicians, very few trained medical professionals, and there may be little in the way of monetary resources, there may be little in the way of physical resources that you might need. We don't need a special room, we don't need special power requirements, we don't need special cooling like liquid helium. We do without all those things by using ultrasound. We can go into the villages, provide our imaging quality imaging, and send it for interpretation, and the village gets back the report very quickly.
The community has really adapted the project very well, and they have known why they need the project to be in the community. First of all, they are very happy that at least they know how their baby grow, they know their health, and we have been getting so many gynae cases which we have been referring to Kamuli, and some have been operated successfully, and they come back to thank the facility for this project of ITW.
The way the CX50 machine performs the scannings is quite advanced. It produces very high quality images, producing very clear and distinct, images for whatever you are scanning. Quite different from the other machines that we have been using before. And then it is quite fast in the way it captures whatever items that you are looking at, and it produces very clear pictures both on the screen and on the paper.
People have come to understand that they can be helped by ultrasound. More especially if a person comes in and something is diagnosed and she's helped out. For example, there is a lady who came in with a cyst, a very big cyst. She had stayed with it for 6 years. And this was, actually, I saw this person in Nawanyago. She was referred to Kamuli Mission Hospital because this was a complaint which she had come up with. She even went to the church to be prayed for. But later, she was referred, actually she came to Nawanyago, we saw it was a cyst, and then referred to Kamuli Mission Hospital. She was operated and she got well. She went back appreciating and even telling the other people that, you see, the machine can say most of the things and you can be helped by the machine. So they are really appreciating. People come, we look at their babies and we also show them some of what they can see, like the fetal heart. And they really go on appreciating that really my baby is alive. I've seen the heart. My baby is alive, because that's the most important thing to our women in the community. They just want to know our baby is alive. And those ones who have multiple pregnancies, actually, they've known that I'm not carrying a single baby, I'm carrying 2 babies, and they are able to prepare.
The project in Uganda is designed to do a couple of things. We want to show that we can produce high quality images. So that's our image quality study, which we're doing now. The second thing we want to do, and we've already partially done, is we want to install the equipment in a series of clinics. We have 1 clinic going now, and others will be added, where we compare our interpretations with interpretation of an expert sonographer on site who does a completely separate scan. If those two agree with one another, then we will expand to multiple clinics, and we have already several clinics lined up. So we're encouraged by that and excited about the possibility of expansion to eventually cover all the small villages in the countryside of Uganda.